Hey, there we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Hey, welcome. My name is Jeff Fritz. Welcome back to my stream. Today is February 10th, 2019. We're going to write a little bit of code today. Let's take a look. Who's in the chat room? Fretya is here. Good afternoon. Rambling Geek, hey there. And Landon BR. Shy Sharp, hello, hello. Franklin89, good afternoon. And Tagaron, hey there. Animated Slinky, good morning. So great to see everybody here. Oh my gosh. Stelzy's here. Off Zero Bobby, 7 a.m. That is dedication for those folks on the West Coast. Mike Eaton is here. Good morning. Apple pie and whipped cream. Is that a wholesome breakfast food? You've got apples. You've got wheat and bread types of ingredients in there. Yeah, I think that's wholesome, sure. I think that's very breakfasty, absolutely. Gumshoe Noir, hello. Luckier Sage finally managed to catch a stream. Well, welcome, Luckier Sage. So glad you could join us. And happy Sunday to you, too, Ancient Coder. I've got a new hat today. Check that out. All the orange, all the black, and look at that. Look at that over there. Stadium Series. My team, my local hockey team, the Philadelphia Flyers, are playing outdoors in our American football stadium, I think folks overseas would call it, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, outside on February 23rd against those always tough Pittsburgh Penguins. They always try and have a different look, something new, something different for these games when they play outside, and they're going with strictly orange and black, no white in the look. Looks kind of cool. All right. I can deal with this. Okay. The orange and black, I like it, but I saw the hat. I'm a sucker for hats, okay? I love me some hats. Saw the hat at the sporting goods store while I was out last night. I was like, I gotta have it. And I grabbed it, and there you go. And I really like that Stadium Series logo. Really cool because it's the Pennsylvania, my state, is where both Philadelphia and Pittsburgh are located, is called the Keystone State. So that Keystone logo you typically see associated with things for Pennsylvania. So Pittsburgh versus Philadelphia is huge. They've been trying to have this game for years. Actually, at Penn State, where I went to university, right in the center of the state, they have a stadium that holds 110,000. It would be amazing to host a hockey game there. Unfortunately, the stadium is not rated for winter activities. So, very, very cool. Yes, Carrie, I am such a sucker. Luckier Sage asks, is the Stream Deck worth the purchase? Oh, yes. Very much so. Varnu User. Oh, man, Varnu User. Let me tell you, that is...
Totes my goats.
The coolest handle so far today. Very cool. Thank you for joining us, Varnu User. What's Landon BR say? If you stay around, you could possibly win one. Yes, there's going to be an opportunity to win one a little bit later today. You don't need to be in the U.S. to win. All right, let's... oh, my gosh. It didn't pop up yet. None of my alerts are popping up or handling properly. This happened the other day. Is it continuing? I see Johan resubscribing with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. 9 months. Very cool. Thank you so much, Johan, for resubscribing. No, none of my alerts are working. None of them. They're all broken. This is bad. This is not good. What happened here? Streamlabs, you're killing me. Streamlabs, where the heck is... What? Stelzy resubscribing. Oh my gosh. Thanks so much for the resub and 100 bits from Carrie. I'm going to write down the bits today. I didn't catch them last time. But we didn't really write any code last time either. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for that. Kick out the gremlins. I know, right? What's the matter here, Streamlabs? I just refreshed everything. Where's my alert notifications? I'm getting nothing off of Streamlabs. I'm not even getting the event list working properly. Look at that. Now I feel really, really bad. Good morning. Is that Nidens? Good morning. Yeah. You know what? I just refreshed all the things there and nothing. Nothing. Come on now. I had something else I wanted to talk about too before I got into things. But no, we're not going to work. Luckier Sage, thank you so much for joining us for that resub at a tier 1. API keys, there are no API keys. It's strictly a endpoint that you navigate to. Ooh, wait a sec. Hang on, let's look at this. I'm going to go out to Streamlabs. I'm not even getting their values loading properly here. Let's see, alert box. Let's see if we can... so there's a widget URL here. If I launch that, I should get the alert box popping up here. And so that's just a fake. That's just a thing to help you test. So if I do things like test a subscription, that works. I think their API keys. Yeah, okay, I get it already. I think their API keys aren't working too well here. What can I tell you? And that works, but it's not popping up on the event list. Did they change the event list? Let's see. Nope, that's the same URL. And it's not reporting anything on there. Well, that makes me feel great. No.
This is a test.
Finally, I got the video encoders. Oh, yes, no content. Not only did I get the video encoders, but I got my Twitch partnership as well. Very cool stuff. Cartoofer, welcome. So here's my problem, right? I'm expecting these things to work to notify me when folks have the great interactions here, and I want to be able to respond to you when those things happen. So I've got to say to Luckier Sage and Stelzy and Johan, thank you very much for your subs, and we'll make donations to Black Girls Code this month. Yeah, Streamlabs is just not working for me, and I've been contemplating rolling over to Stream Elements. I don't want to do that reconfig now, but I think I have to do it because this is the second stream in a row, and they're killing me here. They're killing me, right? I gotta. Hey, Streamlabs. What gives with the alerts and the event list? They haven't worked for me in 3 days. No, Tuesday was the last time it worked. In 5 days. This really hurts my stream, and I'm broadcasting now. I've got to convert to Stream Elements. If you can't support me. So, all right. My bot didn't work fully last stream. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know. I watch another streamer. Do you Stream Deck? Do you have an account with them to load the buttons, or is there a way to do it without connecting to their service? The Stream Deck and the service are two different things. Stream Deck is me launching various sound effects and things. Streamlabs, Stream Elements, they're a bot that watches the chat room and watches the stream activity and behaves appropriately. So, two different things. Switch to Muxy because of the same problem. Yeah. No, look at that. Animated Slinky. 500 bits. No alerts. Seriously, this is, like, depressing how... literally nothing is lighting up there. Even with the window opened. Well, that one's showing it. This one over here does not. There it is, Animated Slinky. Thanks so much for those 500 bits, and I'm going to record that, and we'll get that into our code right away here. That is very kind of you, and we'll make a donation to Black Girls Code, as we do with all of our bits and all of our cheers. Could it be an API key or a Twitch key? I just relogged in. And there's nothing saying you need to re-authenticate. You need to reconnect over there. So that's Stream Deck connecting out to theirs. That's different. No. There's... Right, so I'm on my Twitch connection and nothing. So, don't know what's going on their side, and there's nothing here for me to reset the connection. Yeah. Could you deauthorize, reauthorize the app? Hey, Frank. Good to see you as well. That's a good question. How do you deauthorize account settings? Primary. If I unlink it, yeah. I can't. All right, so if I do that, I don't know what that just did. Why'd it log me out? Look at this. It just screwed up all my settings. No. Okay, unlink. Yes. Merge. Let's see if we can get it to pop back up here. Look at this. It's just crushing my entire look here. I will be logged out soon. Thanks. Okay, so there's my look and feel back. Okay. And if I go back over to alert box. That worked. All right. Well, at least the latest things are now showing. Let's see if it let's see if it pops up with something else. Nope. Nope. Thank you, Alt-Zero Bobby. Thank you, Carrie, for those kind cheers. I hate that you have that we're running into this and it's not. No. No. I'll try to keep up with the notifications because they are not coming through. I've got to nuke Streamlabs. This is unacceptable. That it's third stream in a row here. It is not working. Hey, IT Goran. Our Streamlabs interactions are not working. So we're gonna have to move on and find another provider. It's just that simple. I'm not gonna go a week almost without this working. That's a third party provider that is not supporting us. That's fine. They've got a problem. They've got to solve it. I've got a stream to put on here. Time to make a new notification system. I agree, no content. I completely agree. And I'll go in that direction, maybe. So let me get some music playing in the background here, and then I want to bring up something else before we even get into our project today. That's not what I wanted to open. No. I accidentally clicked Outlook. Please don't open. Last thing I want to do is get into trouble because I accidentally streamed Outlook from work. Good, it's not opening. Would it be worth updating the title to mention it so that nobody's offended if they weren't aware? Yeah, I can do that. Sure. Events broken. Put that up there. You really like Stream Elements so far. Yeah, you know what? The folks at Stream Elements have done a nice job supporting me on a couple of other things, a couple other interactions. I'm happy to roll over to Stream Elements. Okay, looks like that didn't open. Let me come back to this. Let me get the music playing, and I want to get into our project. So music to code by, and I was listening to Cyan earlier and really digging it. There we go. This is music to code by our friend Mr. Carl Franklin. You can download all of the songs from mtcb.pwop.com, or you can download the app Music to Flow By. Check it out there at musictoflowby.com. You'll get 3 songs right away that are 25 minutes long, the perfect length of a Pomodoro, so you can listen to it and let all those other things fade away, whether it's all the things while you're writing code, doing homework, or maybe even chores around the house. Check it out, musictoflowby.com. Kratul, is that Kratul Rathod? Welcome. Crits, right? That's what it was. Thanks so much for joining us. Yeah, I'm gonna try and keep up with our new followers and with our subs that pop up here. I'm disappointed we lost that interaction for today, and that's something that I really crave and I appreciate from your side. Right? Let me make sure I should be getting. That works. So, it's not my OBS. All right, so our project that we're going to work on today is a GitHub project plugin for the Stream Deck. And we'll talk about that. Can you show your emote? Sure, you can share your emote, Rambling Geek. That's fine. Music is too relaxed for a heavy debug session. Well, so here's the thing. I want to make sure that it's nice and relaxed in the background so I can talk to you and be able to pay attention a little bit. The glasses, not bad. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. I've got... I'm in the middle of commissioning 13 emotes. So, yeah, everybody who's a subscriber here is going to get a ton of great content. I did see the OBS release candidate. Didn't have time to get it installed and do a little preliminary testing before the stream today, but it is something I do want to get up and running before Tuesday. Pretty cool energy drink. I'm drinking, of course, G Fuel. There you go. My daughters tell me I should stop talking about it so that they eventually support me. And I'm okay having just drinking along and mentioning it as we go. I'd love to get a sponsorship from them because I think we have a different community than their typical folks. And as we know, developers, we crave our caffeine, and caffeine with no sugar is a very good thing. Did I commission emotes from Reverend Geek? I've been talking to him yesterday, and we'll see if something works out there. Heavy metal for multi-threading debugging. I used to be a big fan of heavy metal for doing that. The music to code by has really worked out nicely for that. Thank you, Denerd. Yes, I landed partner status on Twitch the other night. There's a tremendous clip that I've shared from our very good friend Ellie Face. Let me see if I can find that clip real quick. Where when she discovers that I hit partner here. Let me see if I can grab that URL real quick. No. There you go. Lucky or Sage, thanks so much for the host. There's the clip. See, it didn't update the events list. I tell you. Kasukin sharing a Spotify playlist. That's pretty cool. Thank you for sharing. McCoy Polly, thank you so much. Trip Hop playlist for coding and streaming. That's fantastic. So, all right. Hey, Svava, good to see you. I'm glad you like the music. Okay, so here's what I want to do. Oh my gosh, how'd I forget this? Okay, so what I wanted to mention, I was out on Twitter this morning, as one does on a Sunday morning. You go out to the Twitter and you do the Twitter things. And here's the schedule for this week. I should mention that. Here we go. When I receive emails from someone on LinkedIn that read, "You look like someone interesting that is like to add to my network," I keyed this in from my phone and it changed I would into is. I felt bad about that. 10 people like this. I'm like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. But then somebody that I really respect, and I'm not sure if she's watching, but I used to work for her, and tremendous respect because she is a phenomenal technologist, picked up on that and decided to have a little fun with it. And I got this on my phone. Thanks, Amanda. Amanda K. Silver is the principal program manager. Titles at Microsoft are a little weird, but she's in charge of Visual Studio user interface, and has some tremendous folks working for her. But yeah, that kind of got me like, all right, thanks, Amanda. Kasukin, thank you so much for the sub. 6 months in a row. I think that puts you now into, a blue mug. I'm also rethinking the subscriber badges. We may come off of coffee mugs into something else a little bit more fun. I'm not sure if they'll be the Super C# logos or what, but I'm thinking about it. I'm looking at doing since I hit partner, a whole user interface overhaul here, and really making it something fun. So there you go. I can't edit my tweet, and it says is instead of I'd. Dano Soto, thank you so much for bringing your Twitch Prime sub here. That is phenomenal. Thank you very, very much. Events Broken will soon be finished from Stream Deck, GitHub. You lost me there, Janescu. How about a rainbow mug for 1 year? Well, right now it's a gold mug for 1 year. Tagaron has one there. And I also want to be able to send out something nice. A thank you for 1 year subscribing. Yeah, it probably has something to do with the calculation of the months is a little strange. It has something to do with how they just re-upped and changed the subsystem. So here's what I want to do. I want to share with you a little bit about what I found. We had a little bit of a problem with our continuous integration process the other day. I found the problem, fixed it, and I want to share with you where that problem was in case you have that problem in the future. Greg Amadon, thank you so much for bringing your Twitch Prime sub to me. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can turn your Amazon Prime into a Twitch Prime subscription. It's a free thing to do. You can link those together. And then with a Twitch Prime subscription, of course, you get one channel you can subscribe to free. It'll turn off all the ads on the channel. And if you decide to share your Twitch Prime sub with me, it costs you nothing to do that. I'll make a donation to Black Girls Code. You'll get the .NET bot emote and turn off all the ads here. Thank you very much to all the folks that brought their subs here today. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. And we're going to make our first donation to Black Girls Code here. I believe it's going to be next week. And I might even be able to do that, make it even more special next week. Schedule for next week is a little bit strange. Let me make sure that I highlight that. Tuesday, I'm going to be back Tuesday night, 6 p.m. I need to update the schedule. 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific, and it's 10 a.m. Sydney time. I'll be live. And the bot, the bot logo emote that you have there, that is free. Wednesday, I'm going to be streaming live from Twitch offices in New York City. So you'll be able to catch me 2 p.m. Eastern. What is that? 11 a.m. Pacific. And at the 5, 1 to 14, 7 p.m. UTC, you'll be able to see me. Any idea how much we've raised for them? For Black Girls Code, we've raised more than $600 for Black Girls Code. And I'm going to match a good bit of that. Oh my gosh, Mike Eaton is gifting 5 subs to the community. Wow, Mike. Wow. thank you so much for that. No content, Varnu user, Jarnell, Shy Sharp, Boko Guy. Congratulations, you all just got free subs from Mike. Thank you so much, Mike, for sharing that. And I hope the folks, you decide to continue your subs in the future. What a guy! Absolutely, Luckier Sage. Thank you very, very much for that. And I will make donations to Black Girls Code. Yep, we'll do our first donation probably next week, is what it looks like. Okay. How are folks gifting more than one subs? Those donated from Amazon Prime? No, if you are a subscriber and you go up to the top, there's a heart button above the video on Twitch. Next to it, there is a subscribe button. If you pull that down, there is a gift subs element item in there. There you go, Varnu user. Yep, you get the purple mug sub icon, and you get to use the .NET Bot emote. At the higher levels right now, you'll get the Super C# logo as an emote. And you'll also get me. There you go. That's what it looks like. But I've got 13 more emotes that I'm gonna be rolling out over the next 2 weeks. So, all right. So Thursday we're back. Thursday, wait till you hear Thursday. Thursday we're gonna be at a slightly later time because I wanted to accommodate our guest. I think there's gonna be a rainbow beard emote in there, Janescu. Yes. Thursday's guest, David Fowler. He's the architect of the .NET Core framework and ASP.NET Core. He's going to join us, and we're going to do a code review. The event is out there. It's updated on the events tab. You can click up top, and you'll find the events, and you'll see when that's scheduled for. I think it's 12:30 Eastern. A little bit later than normal so that we can accommodate his schedule. Yes. And we will have, we'll do a code review of our library here, get some feedback from him. I want to talk about pipelines and how we can use that to interact with our sockets as part of this implementation. And we'll talk a little bit about the project in just a minute when we get to the code. Last item that I want to highlight, Friday, I need to confirm it, but it won't be on this channel. It'll be on another channel that I manage. We're setting up for a long-form workshop. Actually, I believe we're calling it a conference. I should have an update for you tomorrow on that. Keep an eye on Twitter, and we'll have I'll post something in the events or something so that you can see that it's coming. But if that lands, just need to confirm one or two things, and we should have that for Friday. The following week, my guest on the 21st is Matt Veloso. Matt is the technical advisor at Microsoft, and we're going to talk to him about some of the trends in software and things that we as software developers should keep an eye on. That's going to be really, really interesting to talk to Matt. All right, enough about all the things coming up. Higher tier sub, but I wasted all your money on cords adapters earlier, so it's super broke now. I know what you mean, Luckier Sage. My desk looks like it's an Elgato. My gosh, it's just covered with Elgato things like my HD60, and I've got my HD60S over here, and Stream Decks, and I've got cables. Oh, I forgot to put on my microphone. I forgot to put on the microphone. Hang on, let me put on my microphone. Got to put this microphone on. This is the... There we go. Turn on the microphone. Yes, I know you can hear me. That's nice, you can hear me. Okay, why didn't that come through? Isn't this app running? Yes. Should be running, right? There it is. No, it's not playing. What the heck? Did not get the Elgato hat. No. Carrie got the key light. Nice. Stream Decks, how many? 3. I have 3 Stream Decks. Why isn't this connecting? That's weird. It should be picking. See, look at this. I've got all the gimmicks and things, and it's not picking anything up. What the heck?
Now I'm in control.
All right, I got it. That's what I was looking for. So many chords and such, I end up never having money left for anything. Yeah. Can anyone tell me how to start with coding? Asks Priyanish. Patience. Read. And be ready to make mistakes. Figure out what you want to do with coding. Writing applications, writing games. You're going to need a good foundation to get started there. Code.org is a great place to jump in. Start with small projects. The Observer, that's a great, an overlooked tip. Let me word it like that. Free Code Camp is a great place. Hey, lucky number 7. Happy time zone. I'm doing just fine, and thank you for those for that. Congratulations. I want to get over to our project. Let me hop over here. We've been working on this project, the Stream Deck Toolkit, and I mentioned that we had a little bit of a problem the other day with how it was compiling and deploying, and I want to make sure that I show you the change that I made here. It now tests our template. We're building a template for our Stream Deck plugins so that anybody who likes .NET can start up a brand new Stream Deck plugin, right? That'll make one of these actions that you have in the Stream Deck. There's my Stream Deck. These things that you have over on the side, these are called actions, and you drag them over onto a button, it lights up, and you configure it to do whatever thing when you press the button. So I've got buttons for all kinds of things, including music or sound effects like
Mr. Blutowski.
Mr. Blutowski.
0.0.
Oh my gosh. Stream Deck Toolkit in action. What do you got for me, lucky number 7? Ooh. Did you build that with my stuff? Fairy Wings, thank you so much for the host. Did you build that with the stuff that we've been working on here? You'll subscribe when you get money. No pressure, Priyansh. Follows are just as appreciated. That is fantastic. Thank you, lucky number 7. And it updates his overlay. Nice. That's pretty cool. So what we're going to do, gosh, if you could, it would be really nice if you could send me maybe a pull request to add that into our README to say places this is used with maybe a link to that or something, or a link to that image. That would be really cool as kind of testimonial. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you so much for sharing that. That is really neat. And while I'm here, lucky number 7 has been pretty cool to us and has helped us out a bit. So let me throw a VIP over there to you. Thank you so much. So this is a template. This is a toolkit that we've been building so that folks on Windows or Mac, because that's where the Stream Deck is supported, can use .NET to build a plugin, build one of these actions. So our template, we wanted to test. And when we test our template to make sure that it builds properly, we actually have a test that runs during continuous integration, right? This is whenever we have a commit, we want to make sure everything still works. So we run tests to make sure Not only can it build, but it tests and runs properly. So the test for the template says compile up the template and then create a new project with it. And you see the commands here, right? So it creates it installs the template, and then it says go ahead and restore all the references, and then we restore the package appropriately here for the new library we just compiled. And then we build. Make sure that it builds properly. I could run other tests at this point, but I just want to make sure that it builds. And it does, and it looks great, and there it is. Auth Zero Bobby, thank you so much for gifting a sub over to Preanch. That is very kind of you. And Luckier Sage gifting a sub over to Lucky Number 7. Thank you so much to both of you for sharing that. I'm always thrilled that folks that you share your time, your treasures, and your talents with us here on the channel, whether it's writing code, sharing a subscription like that. I'm happy to of course, there's never a need for you to pay to watch here. But if you do, of course, we're going to share that with Black Girls Code this quarter so that they can help other folks learn to code. Thank you so much. And those folks that write code for us, I'm going to recognize you up top with an entry on our ticker. So there you go, Preanch. There's a subscription for you, so you can show off that .NET bot as well. Also, one of the reasons I never have money. Luckier Sage, I completely understand. I spent a good couple bucks on subs to my friends here on Twitch as well, and bits as oh gosh. All right, so this is all this test is doing. How did I fix this? It was breaking every time on us. Wait do you see the change that I made here? You're going to be like, oh my gosh, Jeff, that makes perfect sense. And this is something I want to make sure that you see, because you may run into this same problem. Attempt to fix the template test. Here it is right here. Let's view the file. The way this test runs is it installs the template, right? And then it creates a new version of the project, and then it runs restore so that it restores from the path that we just built the library in, so that I can see where it is and go poke at that and say, use that latest version. This bit right here, when it builds, it was restoring packages again and going back to the production location out on NuGet.org instead of pulling the test one that was just built. It would swap it out with one that was out on NuGet.org instead, which wasn't the latest version, so it broke. Lannon says it's always the one-line fixes that take long to figure out, but worth it in the end. Yes. Amen there. I agree with you. So let me see if I can turn that up just a smidge, and I'm going to turn this down. There we go. I want to be able to hear Ric Flair when he woos for us. So that's what I did, and now it properly has the correct version of the package when it does the restore. So our template tests are working again, so our pull requests should now work. And Carrie picked up there was a problem here in the one deployment. Extraneous. So I had an extra copy in here that we needed to address. That. So thank you, Carrie. Let's merge that in. Good catch. So that'll make it better, easier for us to develop. And does that mean it won't restore other packages? It depends on. No, Denerd. What's happening? Let me back up and make sure that I make it a little bit clearer. And I'm seeing Stelzy has a good update here for us as well. When it does the restore, right? So when .NET New executes, built into that .NET New process, after it writes out, here's the files from the template, it automatically calls restore. To force it to restore and add the new version we just compiled, I explicitly call .NET Restore. But .NET Build also has a .NET Restore implicitly as part of the process. So when you run it, it'll rerun because it'll rerun the restore again. So I want to force it. Don't restore the second time. Yeah, there you go, dinner. Okay. So it was doing 3 restores here when I really only wanted to do 2. The one from the production NuGet.org location, and then a second to overwrite with the new versions of libraries that I just built. I might consider a session on starting to code a website on .NET Core or something. Namos, actually, I have a 8-hour-long YouTube video out there. It's an ASP.NET Core workshop, and I'm trying to run it again this month, except go longer. More than just a static site. Actually, I've got to draw a line in the sand here, and I've been wanting to do this with Fairy Wings for a while. I think we need to do that before the end of. Maybe she's our first guest in March to do that with Azure Functions. Well, okay, nothing complex, and you're going to drop Azure Functions in there. You're nothing complex, but with artificial intelligence. What? You're mixing things up here on me. Yeah, I agree, Fairy Wings. We got to make this thing happen. I think we gotta nail down some time and co-stream and make this happen. Just got your Stream Deck. Congratulations, Bitwhacker. Yeah, Namos. Wait, we'll write a static site, and then we can look at getting some things lobbed in there. Pac-Man Jr., thank you so much for those kind words. Wow. It was a huge achievement. Thank you. Thinking of using Hugo for static web generation rather than WordPress. To each their own. So let me get into the action that we're going to build today. Let's talk about this a little bit now that we have this building properly. And I'm not going to touch on these 2 pull requests just yet. So I started a project. Is it in this organization, or is it? Yeah, here it is. Stream Deck dashboard. And this is a dashboard that should show some developer information on the Stream Deck, right? What's so great about the Stream Deck is not only is it a button that'll do something for you, but we have text on it. And if we can put text on the button or change the icon appropriately to indicate there's something you need to pay attention to, it suddenly becomes a little bit more than just an external keyboard. Now it becomes a combination of a dashboard and keyboard where we can do some really neat things to interact and present and show things. So what I want to do is, here's my Stream Deck dashboard. I want to build a GitHub action in here that'll monitor a GitHub project. And as that project evolves, like this one, you'll get pull requests. You'll get issues. So I'd like to put those numbers for issues and pull requests on the button and have them update, say, every 5 minutes as things occur on the project. Nothing complex, just a static site, HTML without any JavaScript. Yes, absolutely. Yesterday, one of the few Austrians in the NHL scored for the Flyers, and today I wear the hat. Yes, absolutely. Well, not related, but yeah, those yesterday my team, the Philadelphia Flyers, beat the Anaheim Ducks. Failed tests turns the button red. Well, Bitwhacker. So the other action that's in this project is execute unit tests. And that's exactly what it does. It'll run tests as the project changes and turn the button red or green appropriately and show you here's how many passed or failed, depending on what occurred. So yeah, Bitwhacker, that's exactly what I'm trying to achieve with that action. But I wanted to build another action here to show a different type thing, and then we'll go through and add more features. But I have a pull request here. Fixed an image copy issue in the PowerShell script. The issue was piping of information from one command to the other PowerShell, somehow losing subfiles in the images directory. So let me see the change that we have here from Cryptic Enigma. Thank you, Cryptic Enigma. Thank you, Cryptic Enigma. There we go. Got that right. Hey, Moz. Good morning. Copy item, recurse destination, dester force. This is in the register plugin and start Stream Deck. This actually works properly with the new script that's in the template. So what I'd like to do, actually, I'm going to discard this and bring in the updated script. So what I'm going to do, thanks for the suggestion. I'm going to import the updated script from the Stream Deck Toolkit project that this is based on. And I'm going to deny that one. Hey, Ben, just wanted to swing by and say congrats on... Thank you so much. Enjoy the stream. Yes, enjoy the stream. Thanks so much for stopping by, Ben. Ben's a friend, another Microsoft employee. And we've had a great time together at, what was it? TwitchCon. Yes. I have a potential client wants an LMS with a static site, and I am looking at the community for help. Okay. Jurabika, thanks so much for that sub. I appreciate that. And we'll make a donation to Black Girls Code this quarter. All right. Okay. So let me run out to my PowerShell. Let me pull in the latest changes here. And let me go into the sample plugin. And I'm going to copy out the PS1, copy a new version of that over to my, what did I call it? Stream Deck dashboard? No. No. What did I call it? What's this project? Yeah, Stream Deck dashboard. I thought that's what I called it. Where is it? Fritz Stream Deck dashboard. That's what it is. cdev Fritz Stream Deck dashboard. All right, let me go over there now. There's the PS1 I just copied in. All right. Plural site types. Learning management system. Oh. We need to find a way to keep those files in sync better. Yeah. Yeah. We do need to keep those files in sync better. It's almost like when I install a new version of the Stream Deck lib, we should get a new version of that file copied out. Let me know what you find, Auth0 Bobby. Hurrah to a constant naming scheme. Yeah, definitely.
Oh my.
No, that's not a hurrah. Do I have something that's hurrah-ish? No, I don't. I have applause. That's better. Have you seen the stream Discord? Feel free to post a question in there. Yeah, that's a great great thing to point out there, Robert Tables. I think there's a Discord command that'll give you the link. There you go. And you can join the Discord channel if you want to chat some more about a little bit further in depth. Let me take a quick look here at the status. I updated the manifest. Yes. I'm going to run .NET Restore here by hand to try and get that new version of the library installed. It's not telling me if it put it down. I think it did. Let's see what we get. So now I'm in Visual Studio 2019 preview. All right. I'm always trying to use the latest preview bits. I want to make sure that I share with you as things develop, as things advance. This is Visual Studio 2019. It's available free for anybody to preview and check out. You can always check out the latest version of Visual Studio from visualstudio.com. But if you want to download this preview, there's a link on my wall. It's actually just below my face here if you're in a web browser. Looking for Stream Deck Lib version. It's not telling me exactly which version it got. Let me see if I can find it here. Stream Deck Lib is 354. And I think the last version we pushed out of the Stream Deck toolkit is 404. I want to get that 404 version. If I right-click here and manage my NuGet packages, Stream Deck Lib. We need a package description. It'd be cool if we could get a neat logo there too. Are there any .NET types questions welcome? Always questions are welcome over there. And there's actually an Ask, and the Ask Jeff Anything. I'll answer questions live here in the first half hour based on what's in that channel. If you do a help command, you'll see the commands for my bot. I've got like 3 different bots running in here. I need to consolidate that down. And I think getting rid of Nightbot is one of the first things I need to do. So, yeah, we can get John Skeet quotes. Facts about John Skeet. Yeah, doesn't need a debugger, just stares down the bug until the code confesses. There you go. So. YM is a great static site generator from some .NET folks, including our friend Dave Glick, who joined us about a month ago here, talked about YM and how it works, and added the Discover.NET headlines that you see up top on the ticker, and you see the big D from Discover.NET pop up. It'll be in the advertiser box there on the right. How many hats? Yep, there it is. I still need to find that Philly.NET hat. So now this should tell me I'm on the 2404. This has the new features that Carrie introduced for interacting with the Property Explorer. And there it is. It's hard-coded to 2404 now. All right. So I have that action, and now I can trap on that UUID. This is the universally unique identifier for this action so that I can actually go and behave appropriately based on it. The Chuck Norris of C#. Yes. What does echo do? Well, if you say echo with something after it, it'll send it back. Oh, thank you, Len and BR, with the link to that video with Dave. Yes. All right. Before I get in and start writing the code here, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna jump right into it. I think I'm gonna pause the music here. I think we need to do our giveaway. What do you think? Should we do a little giveaway here? Should we give away a Stream Deck? This is the last of 3 Stream Decks that I have to give away. What do you think? You think the PowerShell script expects action UUIDs to end with .action? We'll take a look at that in just a second here, but I think we'll have a little bit of fun and run our giveaway. Here's what I want you to do. In the chat room, use the ! Stream Deck action. And, yeah. I don't want to add all the viewers. Use that ! You've typed the command already. Well, why didn't they get in here? There we go. Now they're popping up. Go ahead and use ! Stream Deck, and we'll get you in. So who was it who said they had already done that? Not CM Chris Jones. There you are. You're in the list. 34 people. 36. Load it up. Let's make this thing happen. And no, I don't want to use that. That's lame. That's a no. We don't want that sound effect. Right? I've got too many sound effects.
Throw me a frickin' bone here.
Load it up. 44, folks. There's a lot more than 44 people here, according to my. Feels like we're entering the marbles game. Kind of, to Vegas like. Oh yeah. And if we get lots more folks chatting here and commenting, well, I'll have more VIP commands, VIP statuses to give away. Absolutely.
It can be done exactly how I want it.
We're going to run it exactly how I want it.
The only question is, are you the man to do it?
Oh, yes, I am. I'm the man to press that button and kick this off. So now if I could only win this like I won the marbles the other day. Well, that's a little bit more random, the marbles. Well, actually, they're all random, isn't it? All right. Let me see. Rocking the partner status. Yes, I am, Robert Tables. Yes, I am. I see folks making typos, making me unsure of my spelling. Oh, yeah. Exclamation point Stream Deck. A lot of folks are out there. What if we do a game of marbles to see who wins? No. I think this is fun. I'm going to give it... Isn't there a timer here? Right? Timer. No, not 15:30. Oh my gosh, no. I'll give it 15 seconds more. Yeah, go. How do I get out of here? Do it. And then I'll kick it off. Stream Deck has a timer. Yes, it does. This is for a 15-key Stream Deck. Yes, it is. They are amazing. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right. Carbon Up won our last one. Bob the Builder asks, can you tell me the best way to learn C# if I'm a total noob? There's a lot to it, a lot more than I can just tell you in a quick reply here. Let me kick off this this giveaway here. Oh, yeah. This is right. Isn't that how Tony does it? Who's it going to be? And Cartoofer. Congratulations, Cartoofer. Are you still here? Are we there? Cartoofer's our winner today. Looking. Where's Cartoofer? Hey, there you are. Congratulations. Do me a favor, drop me a whisper. And I will... Actually, no, let me do it this way. Send me an email at... I need your name, address, email, and phone. And we will we'll get that shipped out to you. I'm going to share this out to Twitter. Thank you so much. That's what it looks like. Yeah, send the tweet. There it goes. Thanks so much, everybody, for participating. You can do a lot more than just stream-related stuff. Yes, absolutely. So let me show you, right? Just in case you're not familiar. I'll open this up and show you real quick. On my Mini, I have my CPU percentage. I'm showing my current number of viewers on Twitch. It doesn't show it here in the user interface, but I have a number down here when I look at it. I'm controlling my media playback here. This is the intro music you hear. I can stop all sounds with this button, and I control Spotify down here. I actually launch Spotify, mute it and unmute it, and then I can go back a song, forward a song, start and pause, and start with this button. And I put some Visual Studio buttons right here, so I can quickly format a document, or I can kick off a build just by hitting that button, and it sends the F6 hotkey through. So yeah, you could use F6, but it's also right there for me to wire up, and I'll hook more more of those chained type of commands under my Visual Studio buttons. That tweet is wrong. The tweet is wrong. Well, I already closed the tools. How's the tweet wrong? Did it send out the wrong name? Cartoofer, that's right. Oh, it has the wrong name on it. That's interesting. Wow, yeah. It should have refreshed the whole thing. Right? Yeah, do that. Right? Cartoofer has won a Stream Deck from Elgato, and I'm going to go over to share. Oh, that should have put in the winner name. Right? There. All right, and I'll drop the other one. There it goes. That's correct. I'm going to delete that other tweet because it was wrong. So, Developer Garage, Cartoofer, and who was the last one? I forget who the one before Cartoofer was on. But there you go. Congratulations. All right, I'm going to close that. Let's get back into this. Now, Carrie was suggesting that that we need to have action at the end of this. I don't. Do we need action at the end of it? I didn't. Well, the PowerShell script is different from this. These are actions that live inside. I think we're okay. So let's go down into, what is resources text? Oh, yes, that's fine. Those are the images that we've included. So we have these actions. The actions come in, and this is something that I think it was Hugo started working on. Right now, where is it? We have a plugin class that gets kicked off. So the structure of this, the Stream Deck application, this application, when it sees a plugin, right? Like there's the unit test plugin. It actually will launch the exe that goes with it. In this case, it's specified right there. Passes a bunch of arguments into it to kick it off, and then we need to wire up to it. It looks up the first action. Okay. These are actions, so that first action is still fine. I haven't modified anything there. Yeah, we're good. So what I need to do inside program is down here, it passes in. Why is it passing in my sample plugin to kick off? That's not right. It should be this unit test plugin. That feels... Where's that? Yeah, there it is. That's the right one. I had the wrong program open. All right, so it's going to kick it. It's going to start up that unit test plugin, which isn't actually just the plugin. It's also all the actions that it's going to modify. So we need to break out, hand things over to action classes, and then come back, I think. Carrie's asking me to look at line 43 in the script. It's looking for the word .action on the end. Oh, that's annoying. Because I don't have that there or there. Did it write it out into the correct location? No matter. I'll put .action on the end of that one. That's the one that it needs. we may need to figure something out there. Okay. All right. Good catch. All right, let me scroll down here. Let's go after how we're going to break this out so we add a second action, not just our unit test action in here. We have unit test plugin, and I've got to separate this so that it also does the GitHub action. And then pivots appropriately based on the various events that are being passed in. That's going to be interesting. That's going to change things up and get a little bit different in here. Wow. Now I see where, as I look at this and think about it, now I see where Hugo is working here. When you have multiple actions, our Stream Deck plugin behaves differently. This is a huge, huge change beyond just having one plugin here. Oh, crumbs. What do you think, chat room? Do I try and solve that problem now, or do I start up just another plugin, another project altogether, and put the GitHub plugin into a different project while we figure multiple actions out later? I think I should start another project just so we can get this plugin built. And then we can merge them later. Yeah. For now, let's start a new project. Hey, Commander. Separate project. Let's do that for now. So I'm going to go back into Manifest. And I am going to... Do I have a GitHub? I do not. I'm going to yank this second action. And I'll just start another project. Isn't that fun? You can just start more projects without anybody reprimanding or going after you and saying, oh, you can't do that. So let's close the solution. Now, if I try create a new project and a console app, yeah, it's not going to prompt me for that. I need to do a little bit of that creation here on the here at the command line. All right, so let's Fritz GitHub plugin, GitHub action. Let's call it. All right. Let me make a directory called source. Go into source and oh, I gotta install a new version of that template. Stream Deck. Is it Stream Deck template? I'm blanking on the name of the template. Stream Deck plugin template. Stream Deck plugin. It's .NET new -I, isn't it? There we go. All right. So now, why finish a project when you can start a new one? Says the guy with over 60 GitHub repos. Yeah, I know. My thought was I could get this one done quick to show the beginning and end of it and get the whole thing built. But it's also to expose some of the problems that we have, some of the issues inside the template that we can go back and fix and grow out. And it also helps solve a problem that I have where I want to actually have these buttons on my device. So now let me .NET new Stream Deck plugin. And if I put a help on the end here, it'll tell me the various arguments that I need. So let's call this GitHub action. And then my plugin name will be C#Fritz GitHub project, let's call it. And the UUID is going to be the same, I think. Oh, wait. The plugin name is GitHub Project. Yeah. GitHub Project. Okay. And then from here, I'm going to .NET new a solution file. Don't tell me it called it source. It called it source. Fritz GitHub action.sln. Right? Cool. And then .NET, what is it? .NET SLN add? No. So many ideas, so few hours in a day. Yes. Yes. Is it .NET add? How is it to add to the solution? .NET new, and I forget what it is to add things to the solution file. .NET SLN. Is that what it? Yeah, that's it. Thank you. .NET SLN add fritz.github action. Cool. All right. So now from here, I can open that project and solution, do the thing. cdev fritz. There it is. Source. Cool. Now I've got all the things. All right. I love how fast that loads now in Visual Studio 2019. It's terrific. Now, why did it comment that out? No, Mike had the right entry there. And, yeah. I'm annoyed it cleared it out for us there. All right. Let's get into this. And I should have known that. I absolutely should have known.
This monkey could do your job.
Whoa, Len. Len Grossman. Back off. All right, so I have the program, and this should start up a GitHub project. Okay, terrific. So that's over here. So now I need to build a couple things in order to make this work. Right, it's got the default counter behaviors here. We're going to get rid of these. I don't need to know these. But on key up, I'm going to want it to go open the URL to my project. Put some spaces there. On will appear and on will disappear, we should save and persist our settings. That way, it remembers here's the GitHub project that we're loading and navigating to. So I think, we need to add the project to this URL. So on will appear, on disappear, and then here's the on property inspector stuff. So the property inspector, in case you forget, is when I click on one of these, this HTML block down here that contains information about what it is we're configuring. So I'm going to take some of these actions that right now are just the counter buttons. I'm going to turn them eventually into GitHub icons. Yes, Carrie. These settings and things all change a little bit when the beta comes out. So if you're on the Elgato Discord, on the Elgato Gaming Discord, they've mentioned there's a beta for version 4.1 of this application. Where is it? All right, so this is 4.0.2. It's very, very small there to read. I'll read it out for you so you don't have to zoom in. 4.0.2, there's a 4.1 version coming that adds better APIs for interacting with the property inspector, for doing some logging, and they found the bugs that we've surfaced here. Kudos to Carrie for finding it, but we found some bugs.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
We found some bugs in how the settings are persisted on the Stream Deck application. So we want to make sure those are fixed so that we can properly, particularly from the property inspector, when you do, in our case, when you do select a GitHub project name, we want to save those back and forth in this so that it remembers what the button is attached to. Settings that actually saved. And logging, yes. So you can log and it'll send messages because this is actually hosting Chrome here. You want to attach to that Chrome instance and be able to see it in the console log. In fact, if I launch Chrome here, it's not finding. I'm trying to remember there's a port number that it's listening on that you can attach to, and you can open your open the developer tools and you'll see what's going on here. Hey, Brave Cobra, welcome. Good to see you there. Hello, hello.
Wow.
Can you drop a React component in that inspector? Well, the inspector is HTML, so it should work with any type of component. My light's a little dim there. There we go. That's better. It's all JavaScript and HTML. So, but it's great to see you, Brave Cobra. Thanks so much for stopping by. And I have started a branch. I thought I started a branch here for that beta. I did not. Oh no. Let's create a branch for beta 41 so that we can start interpreting and working with that. Family time. Oh, good for you. Family time is very important. Always got to be considerate of our families, of our loved ones when we're working or whatever. Thank you so much, Carrie. So this I'm going to leave the way it is right now, just so we can get this thing running. But I'm going to... One of the things that I had suggested to Carrie is maybe these things, when we receive a message from the property inspector, we can just write it into a JSON file on disk while we're waiting for the settings to actually work. Ooh. I'm drinking Phaseberry flavored G Fuel today. Really enjoying that. Lots of swords down the side there in the chat room. And, folks, please don't feel intimidated. If you have any questions or there's something you want to talk about or a suggestion, please drop it in the chat. We're always happy to talk to you as we're writing code here. I'm going to grab a GitHub logo real quick just so I can make sure that this looks correctly. That's not where I wanted to go. Here. So I'm going to use the image lookup from DuckDuckGo with bang img. And I want the GitHub logo. Now you can also not just get a logo, you can get animated GIFs and use those for your buttons here inside the Stream Deck. But I think for right now, I think that's just fine for what we're doing. So I'm going to save that image, and all the GitHub images are free and open source that they work with. So Fritz, GitHub Action, source, GitHub Action, images, and I will call this just GitHub. 12 bricks! 12 bricks! Jandra Luna is here. Hello. With the Ellie brick. Yeah. So, oh my gosh, I should talk about that for a second. I had a nice phone call with our friends Chef Brent and the LA Face. And you may have heard this over on her stream. We're planning a pop culture tech news chat show. It's going to run on this stream, and it'll be, I think we said on Mondays. I got to remember when we're looking at it. But we're going to have our first beta show in a few weeks here to try and iron out the kinks and see how it works. But we'll talk about all things pop culture, games, tech news, and there'll even be a Marie Kondo minute. Oh, yeah. That was something that Ellie insisted on. We've got to go after the Marie Kondo minute. Don't just subscribe. You don't need to subscribe. This does spark joy. Click that follow button. Help us get to that Rainbow Beard goal of 7,000 followers before May, because we're also going to give away in the month of February into March. More details next week. We're giving away a trip. No, we're giving away tickets to Build and a travel voucher to get folks out, to get one lucky winner out to Build. And that's courtesy of our friends from Progress Software. I'm so thrilled that they're able to help us out.
And you could win.
So keep an eye out over the next week. I'll have more about that as the final details come together around exactly what's included in that package, and it will spark joy. Okay? You're going to love it, and you'll get a chance to pair program with me live at Build. All right. So one will appear, one will disappear. I don't really care about those right now. I'm going to hard code a project in here just to get this thing working. I have my GitHub PNG here. Let's go over to the manifest. Instead of this being action default image, I'm going to change this to GitHub. And I don't want my font size 16. I need it a little bit smaller. Let's even make it 8 so it fits. It's a reference to a YouTube video, and it's a thing from LA Face's channel and a pop culture meme. Yes, the 12 bricks. It is. So there's this and that, and this needs to end with .action. We're going to need to fix that. There's our property inspector with the HTML, so we can configure that. Code path win, that's fine, that's fine. Description. Monitor a GitHub project and click to visit the website. So you have that quick interaction there. Icon is the plugin icon. We're going to want to change that. I'll get back to that later. But this, I'll figure that out later also. Version, I'm going to make this 0.2. I started everything at 0.2. And I need an action icon for this. I'll just start it with GitHub. The new build branding looks nice, very fluent. It's a thing. Karina, this stream has got me working on my personal coding projects again. Oh, thank you. That's great to hear, Karina. Congratulations. I'm starting a React app to help my DMing with my Pathfinder group. Ooh, that's very cool. I haven't played Dungeons and Dragons since the 90s, when I was back in high school. It's just been so long for me. I just haven't had time to get in and commit to a good D&D group and a game. Yeah, that would be really cool for me to get into again. Okay, let's get... I'm going to hard code the project for right now, just so we can get something working here, see it working on the device. So I'm going to say this is a project, and for right now, I'm going to have it go to, let's go to Stream Tools. Just because that's a project that I know is out there that I'd like to navigate to and show some of that data. So on will appear, on will disappear. I should go get the information for that project name. So let's bring up the GitHub API and let's look at what's involved over there. GitHub API, because I want to navigate down and find the number of open pull requests and the number of open issues. I don't want this. Not a fan of GraphQL. I'd like somebody to talk me out of it, but not a fan. And you know what? There is a GitHub toolkit I could use as well here. NuGet package. There it is. OctoKit. Yeah, let's open the... let's add that NuGet package. And then I should be able to just go and grab it directly. OctoKit. There we go. Async-based GitHub API client for .NET and .NET Core. Yes, please. You're welcome, Karina. Yeah, all the best. And we're always trying to encourage and help folks get coding whatever project brings them joy. Huh? Yeah. Make sure that it brings you joy and write code. Whatever. Come on. I'm not that nice. All right, we'll write the code. So now I've got OctoKit installed from NuGet. Did you know you could from DuckDuckGo? Let me do that again. You can do ! NuGet, and it will search NuGet directly from there. Interested in hearing my opinion on GraphQL. In your past stream, you were saying the things it fixes have already been solved. Yeah, OData. GraphQL is OData. It's doing the exact same thing. It's written by Facebook instead of Microsoft. It literally does the exact same thing. So, okay. Let me go to the project site so I can get the API here. Because, nice logo. Right, and you can put logos on projects in here, can't you? If you can put logos on projects on GitHub, it'd be cool to pull the project's logo as the icon for your button. Right? Can't you put... is that a thing? Options, repository name, features, data services, pages. No. Right? I thought there was a way... Or maybe I'm thinking at the organization, because the organization has a logo. So maybe we grab the organization's logo? Come back to that. I'm overthinking things. I love the idea, though. Yeah, where's the instructions here? There's no wiki. Where's documentation? Come on. New GitHub client, GitHub user get, user.followers. All right. Hang on a second there. Nope, not a thing. Well, I mean, you can put a description in a project. Yeah, you can't put a logo or icon. Quote me if violated TOS. Welcome, quote me. Quote you if I violated TOS. I'm confused. You like my goatee? It's like an open window for Google image search of lips. Huh? Thanks so much, quote me. Or quote you. I don't do pronouns.
Throw me a frickin' bone here.
Okay. The docs are on top as links for read the docs. Where? Ah, there. Okay. Love read the docs. Be fun if we could use this with Stream Deck Toolkit. It would be fun. I'm going to put that as an issue, something we can think about here, because Lannon brought up a good point here. We need good documentation for this library. Documentation should be generated and delivered using read the docs. Describe the solution you'd like. Read the docs. Additional context. It's me. All right. No. All right. And I'm going to put enhancement, help wanted. Nah, it's not a question. So, How to start your own plugin would be a lifesaver. That's a great point, Ultramark. Yes. That's a great, great point. All right, so I want to be able to get issues. Client issue, get all for current. All right, so when we create new GitHub client, new product header value, my cool app. I don't need authenticated access because I'm not doing any action. So it looks like I should be able to just say new GitHub client. So on will appear, when it first appears, I think I can get rid of some of this stuff for right now. And we kind of want this running in the background too, don't we? So let's say this equals new GitHub client. Yep, get my using OctoKit in there. And then I need to give it a product header value. And this is going to be Stream Deck GitHub action. Why doesn't it like that? Oh no? Fine. I'll do that instead. And we'll create a client field. Set title async, we'll come back to that in a second. If we can get docs from Markdown to HTML, any platform works. Sure. Barrier to docs does need to be minimal. All right, so I've got my client. So how do I get... Yes, get some data. I'd like to get some data. But I want to go into an issue. Client issue, get all for current. Get all for repository. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, so var issues equals client, right? Issue. Get for... I don't want to get all at all. I want to... Right, can I filter this somehow? Long repository ID, API options, repository issue request, owner name, owner name, API options. All right, so if there's something here, something there, what are the API options? Okay. No. API options. Yeah. Page count, page size, start page. Oh, so I can page through it. I'd like to be able to filter and just say, give me... Use to filter and sort the list of issues returned. There we go. So let's say new repository issue request. Okay. So there's some options there that I need to set. State, yep, there we go. Okay, item state filter, open. All right, what else can we do here? Filter. I just want to count. I guess we got, do we have to bring them all back? Right, get all for repository is going to return a task with a read-only list of issues. I just want to count. There's got to be a way to get a count here, right? What happens if I just say get task of issue, get a single issue by number? No. Because if I say get all for repository, it's going to give me a huge... I mean... Alright, whatever. Right, so the owner is project. If I split on that, the 0 with item. And then this is going to be project split. And yeah, I know this should probably be broken up a little bit. Do that split only once up top after we identify the project. But for MVP, this will work just fine to get us that minimum viable. So that'll give me the issues. And then I can say, and actually get all for repository. That's a task. I should await that, shouldn't I? I don't want to await it just yet. Let me call this issue task so that I can await these separately. So if I say client pull request, aha, and I could say get all for repository. Yes, yes. And now I'm going to have those same filters again, aren't I? Owner name. And then I'm going to want the ones that are open. All right, so I'm going to grab the same collection of starting parameters here. And then, what's my next parameter here? API options, pull request. Pull request? Request? Wow. That's impressive. All right. New pull request. Request. Yep, where state equals item state filter open. Okay, so that's the pull request task. Now I need to wait for them all to be done. So if I say task dot wait for all, issue task, and PR task, right? So it'll wait for all those to be finished. Hey there, Hedy Patel. No, we're in C#. Yeah. You need to learn Python. Why do you need to learn Python? C#, the super one. Yeah, this one. Boom. There it is. All right, so if I wait for both of those to be done, now my results are going to contain those values. So what I can do, my title that I want to set is going to be something like issues, issue task dot result dot count. Now, is that a method or a property? That's a property. Good. And then PR is going to be then PR task dot result count. And that should be put onto my button right there. All right, I don't need an on will disappear, so I'm going to get rid of this. I'm just going to hide it. Just comment that out now. I will need property inspector eventually. So I'm going to hide that as well. The property inspector that we do have. So this is where we have our HTML that's interacting. I want to do data science and machine learning and stuff, and I'm trying to get a PhD. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. You're going to need to learn a little Python. That's where folks are working in that space right now. There is ML.NET, but it's not as accepted right now as Python. Absolutely. Good luck with that PhD, Hedy Patel. Can you do semaphores in C#? Yes, you can. Yes. There is a semaphore object that you can work with. C# has been the biggest language for a long time in Milwaukee and most of Wisconsin. Oh, that's cheesy. Live in Silicon Valley, I'll get a tech job no matter what language or skill I know. Cool. Yep, you can get the Superman C# shirt there, and I've actually gotten that made into a couple hats. So Packet has some very good ebooks as well. All right, so I've got my little button here that should just put those features onto this. I think I'm ready to just test, because this will go out, create a client, and go do those couple things for me. I think we might... Isn't it better to do get await or get result count in case there is an exception? Using dot result will usually cause an aggregate exception. I want to wait for both of these to finish. So when they're finished, I'll get a task completed. It's not going to raise the exception yet. I could inspect my issue task and find out if there is an exception here. I could check and then actually go into inspecting that. For right now, if I just access the result directly, you're right, it'll throw an aggregate exception. If there was an exception, I could test that and go into that. Is there any reason why you're using task wait all instead of task when all? So task wait all waits for all of the provided to complete. Task when all creates a task that will complete when all of them. I'm not kicking off another asynchronous operation at this point. Right, what I should do is await here. Right? I don't need to. This does the blocking directly. It's not async, no, Fuel Snable. So I don't want to create another task at this point, right? If I did when all, then I could await it. Could do that. Is .NET prevalent in Silicon Valley? Companies I know of don't use it. So .NET is getting more. It is getting some getting accepted more and more in Silicon Valley because of the raw performance, because it's available to work on every OS now, because it's completely open source. You're not taking an explicit dependency on Microsoft, so it's becoming easier for folks to say let's use it because they can still use their favorite editors, favorite operating systems, and collaborate and work together on it. But the performance is significantly part of that discussion at this point. The fact that you can get support on it, and there are folks that have been burned by not being able to get support, is causing some folks and some venture capitalists to say, we need to consider this. Oracle and Java have created some significant confusion in their market, where Oracle's going after folks who think they're using open source Java, but they're compiling and deploying and using some of Oracle's technology, and it's confusing folks. And that's not a good message to have for their community. I need to restart my bot here. It isn't behaving quite right. No. I've put everything on a button, and I have no way to just relaunch the bot. It stopped behaving properly. There we go. All right. So this should, now that we have the await here, that's fine, right? The wait all would block, but this will await. That's fine. And we should get the issues appearing now on the deck. So there are a lot of people that I know that don't trust Microsoft, never have. So a lot of them open sourcing things. Yeah, Lycan, you're absolutely right. There are some folks who don't believe that people can change, don't believe that companies can change, don't believe that folks can change their ways, even though literally 90% of the executives that were in charge of those things at Microsoft are gone. And that there's a brand new team there that has been doing outreach and interaction in a completely new way and are focused on interacting with the community in a very altruistic way. They will not trust Microsoft no matter what. Period. And that's their choice. But there's a lot of folks that are saying, you know what? Visual Studio Code is pretty darn good. C#, .NET Core, pretty darn good. The new things happening with Skype, pretty good. So, that's fine. If they don't want to, that's fine. Microsoft under Satya Nadella is a lot different from Microsoft under Steve Ballmer. Amen. Yes, completely agree. So, ever since I've been working in my IT department, dealing with a lot more C# and have loved it. Core is wonderful. Oh, well, thank you for the kind words, Lycan. I appreciate that.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Let me try this. Let's see if this works. Let's see if we can get the thing happening here. So this is going to restart my Stream Deck application. You see it down here at the bottom. Let's see if we can get it working and if we can get information about this repository popping up. No, of course we won't. I've got a compile error. System cannot find the file specified. Restart plugin in Stream Deck PS1. What? cdev Fritz GitHub Action source Fritz GitHub Action restart plugin in Stream Deck. It should be right there. Here, source. Restart plugin in Stream Deck PS1. Register plugin and start Stream Deck PS1. There's an extra quote on there. I think that's... Nope. Wait a sec. Never installed Skype on your machine? Oh. I was upset this week with Microsoft. I saw Skype running in the apps in the bottom right, and right-clicking didn't give me an exit button. That's interesting. Line 17. Yeah, I don't have that installed. Robert Tables. That sure looks like it should work. The command, unrestricted file, there's the quote. cdev Fritz GitHub Action source. Fritz GitHub Action register plugin with exited with code -1. Here we go. Start process $stream deck exe path. So, okay, so that's inside here. Stream Deck exe path. Let's look at the output again. Let's put this here. Okay, so this is because the PowerShell errored out. Where did it go? Start process down at the end. That now, why is it saying it couldn't find it? $Stream Deck exe path should be Elgato Stream Deck exe under program files. No, it's not an extra quote. It's in the debug app parms, yeah. So I'm going to comment this out for right now. And let's click that. And it should start the app. Oh, I've got a bunch of them. It didn't start the app. All right, Fritz GitHub Action, yes, attached to that. And I'm going to change over to my Mini over here. And I should now have GitHub project. Okay, so it doesn't, so the icon didn't load properly. So there's a first problem we need to address. The icon didn't load properly. That's under manifest. Images, it should be images. Do I have to say .png? Can I get that to work? Track the issues and PRs for a GitHub project. Okay, so it's not... So we're not getting that to load properly. Debug, exe, command exe, and application arg, start title. Always funny telling the diehards that are against Microsoft they are some of the biggest people contributing to the Linux kernel. Amen, Lycan. You're right. Still needs time before people open to the new Microsoft. It's been 20 years since some of the things some of these folks are going after. I remember people criticizing Microsoft and .NET devs for being closed-minded and don't look beyond Microsoft horizons. That is fair. That is quite fair. It's JVM or get out of here. Yeah. No, what you're going to find is that folks are folks in every organization are going to be diehard and focused on exactly what it is they're working on. So this is launching project now. It shouldn't be launching project. It should be launching the exe. Yeah. Yeah, and it should be launching command exe with these arguments. Thank you, Carrie. Paste those in. All right, so that, let's see how that works now. If I launch that, unable to start, 64-bit, blah, 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 blah. Wow. Aren't you annoying? Project properties. Yeah, I'm in the project properties. Debug. There it is. Trying to connect. There we go. Now I'm attached. It's not the same one. Nope. That's the unit test plugin. That's fine. Go ahead. You do your thing. But it didn't. Yeah, the EX, all right, that's not. Works on your machine. In either James Montemagno or my Twitch channel, you saw like a fireworks or Sturbus kind of. That is, this is still unit test command. I'll let that go. That is an extension called Power Mode. Where is it? Extensions. They moved the extensions. And I've turned it off because it uses a lot here. I thought I had it installed here. I did have it installed, but it takes up a lot of power to run that. All right, so I've got this. Let me go down under here. So there's that. Why isn't it picking up? Oh, you know what? I bet you this we need to make sure is copied into. Yep. Content. Copy if newer. Try this again. It is not for VS 2019 yet. Aha. Yeah, it doesn't like that action. Nope. I'll relaunch. Yeah, embrace, extend, and extinguish does get brought up all the time, and it's a shame because folks are missing out. It's up to them. Nothing to force them to say, hey, you must do this. That's fine. You're welcome to use whatever you'd like. I don't think it's actually copying the new files out. I've got to go back into those project properties. When we change that to this, it's not actually doing the thing at this point. A lot of time in leadership has passed. Yep, absolutely. Let me close that. Restart this. So it's not loading anything for this. That's weird. App data. Stream Deck. plugins. This is where it copies it to. Well, that's not right. That's the Stream Deck dashboard. C# Fritz GitHub project. There it is. Well, that's really not right in what it copied out there. Oh, no. It's okay. I'm sorry. I thought I saw... My bad. What's in the log? Error while running. Command line args must be the command line args that the Stream Deck application calls it with. I didn't change that. Title of the stand-up mentions Android improvement. What stand-up? All right, so something's not running here properly where it's not even kicking off the action. So let's go back over to program. So this should be passing the arguments right through to our Stream Deck toolkit. Can you log out what those args actually are? Sure, that's easy to do, right? Right, I can say arguments. Right, and that should output what those actually are. So that'll kill the Stream Deck app. There it went. Value cannot be null. Oh, really? That's not the right plugin, the program. Oh, I did it out here before. No, where's Top Logger? Get Logger Factory. Okay, so I need to do it inside there. My bad. Try again. C# or Java is like Amiga or Atari. They both get consumed by the PC. It seems JavaScript will consume the world. I've got some challenges with JavaScript. Now why did it? All right, so what's going on here? Argument system string. Come on now. String join. Try again, you fool. So there's problems with JavaScript around how extremely dynamic it is, which means you get into some interesting scenarios. With look at this. It's 12:07. All right, let's delete this. Leave that there. Rerun it. So you get into some problems where you need to be a little bit more diligent with it. Also, JavaScript, because of how dynamic it is, it's really easy to inject and change the behavior of things, which makes it a little bit insecure. because I can quite easily inject some code that'll overwrite the behavior of something and change something because of how dynamic it is. Okay, so that should have just written out to the log. There we go. Application, English, version 4002, devices. Now that should be, right? That's the information about this, but it's not. Right, that should have connected at this point. Like, it's connected, but it's not putting the appropriate thing on the screen. Let me open the folder location. Right, so images. There's GitHub PNG. So that manifest sure should be referencing those. Is it annoyed because I have the .png on the end? Let me go down into the manifest here. See what happens when I get rid of these. Yeah, I think I need to reload. Quit it. That'll release. All you need is Lisp. Yeah. Yeah, there's some interesting things with JavaScript. It's not all bad. There's some interesting good things. But okay, so now I have the GitHub logo appropriately there. Okay. Title, it didn't load Property Inspector. So there's another interesting thing, right? Looking here, it should load Property Inspector HTML. It did not load that. It's also not copied out either. So the Property Inspector features here, these all need to be... Oh, no! These all... let's see, let's tack that under there. These all need to be marked as content with a copy if newer, so that they get deployed as well. And the JavaScript as well. No. Content. Okay. Good. Okay. So that feels like a... That's not an analyzer. That's like a plugin or something that we may need to do those checks to make sure that that works. Y'all need more 13H. Wait, what? I love the simplicity of Node. There are no massive abstractions between me and the wire. Okay. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. Scratch is going to take over the realm of modern programming. Oh, Neonat. Oh, Neonat. No, I don't think so. All right, let me close that. Try this one more time and let's see if we can get an appropriate bit on there. See, it didn't restart the app there. Yep. Down into here. There's that. There's my starting number. Okay, that's what I want to appear. Now, it didn't set the title for this when it showed up. Right? That should show up and show a title here. So it didn't quite get there. Let's see if we can attach and see what's going on this. So I'm going to go debug. Attach to process. There it is. And oh, tartar sauce. That's interesting. It's not showing up here. Lots of Stream Deck dashboards. That's another thing that's going on with the app here is it doesn't properly close these exes. If we take a look at our Process Explorer, I've got lots of notepads open, lots and lots. Where is it? Stream Deck. Look at them all. So my exe errored out, and it probably errored out in here. Okay. Let's try and restart. That is an army of them. It doesn't properly send the close command when it shuts down the Stream Deck app. So, also, the debugger doesn't attach unless you tell it to debug now, right? That's something that we just recently added. So the manifest needs to be updated to pass that information, doesn't it? So that we can debug. Right? Isn't it like a -D? Right? It's inside the lib. Where'd it go? No, it's not there. Logger, static void main. Where'd it go? Did we remove it altogether? There it is. Debugger.launch. I'm just going to hard code it into this. Somehow we lost that capability. Sometimes one takes what turns out to be not the best path. Yeah. No, it's not. It was inside that if debug, and it's not here. Right, so debugger launch should attach when this opens up here. So that's a different one. See that it... Yeah. I need to get that into... My other issue with JavaScript is NPM. When I start something in the NPM audit shows it audited 20,000 packages. Yes. So, right, this is part of the... one of the concerns I have for JavaScript is there is no base class library. So these things that have become kind of standard practice that folks want and use inside their libraries, they end up referencing and bringing in tons and tons of things instead of having a uniform, fixed base class library that includes some of these features. So you end up with feature creep and scope creep. Whenever you bring in somebody else's package, you bring in this huge laundry list of capabilities that you may or may not need. And then to prune it after the fact, is very difficult. Look at all the stuff that C# and Java bring in. It's the same thing. Well, C# and Java both have base class libraries that they prune after the fact, or that when you install the SDK are available on disk, so that you have something you can depend on that's always on the operating system. That way, for all the applications that are running, they point to the same base class, shared base class library. And this is just a preference. I'd rather have a base class library installed that I can reference. The scope creep of the JavaScript libraries bothers some folks. Why isn't this picking up and running here? Debugger launch, that should hit. And it's not. Yeah, now I'm not even hitting this. Right, if I rebuild that, it should deploy all that out to here. There we go, just saw it redeploy. That exe is ancient. But now Property Inspector is showing up there. If I relaunch this, okay, that's not the same one, but it's not there. I've lost it. Left pad was definitely an issue, and pointed out the freedom of being able to remove packages from the NPM repository was a problem. NuGet doesn't allow you to remove packages. It allows you to unlist them. So why am I not getting... Oh, look at that. Hang on. The GitHub project item is completely missing here. You see that? So images GitHub, that had worked when we put that in. This is not working. You can't pass an argument there. So now if I relaunch, now I've got multiple instances. No. Okay, so here I expect to hit this. So let me scroll down. There's GitHub project, drag it on. The method or operation is not implemented. Okay, what didn't I implement? Inner exception null. Yeah, where? Publish unobserved. Yeah, okay, great. So what's the exception that it didn't? Nope. Right? Nope, that's not me. Declaring type. Okay. So something else is breaking. It's not even getting into. With a method or operation is not implemented. Someone fixed it by republishing the package. Okay, hang on. What's interesting is, right, because I'm in a task here, not the exception settings. I don't care about exception settings. Right, if I look at the call stack, I'm toast. I can't see anything. Okay. So if I go back over to the plugin, where's the plugin? Plugin. This one. These are overrides. These should be implemented. Feature creep. I don't like that major packages on NPM use a lot of small dependencies. It's a security risk. Yes. Yeah, welcome, feature creep. I can't believe I just said welcome, feature creep, but yes, welcome. And there's a number of new followers that have been coming through. I haven't seen those, and I didn't notice any more subs come through either. I want to make sure that folks get recognized, and my interactions are just the Streamlab widgets are all broken again today. No, I'm broadcasting and just restarted everything. My machine before the stream. Yeah, they want me to restart everything. Sorry, it doesn't work like that, friend. I shouldn't have to restart everything. So these by default inside of our Stream Deck lib should be returning something. In the events. Right. Yeah, there they are. So they're there, they're implemented, and they should just return task completed task right away. So I can't see what's throwing that error. That's really annoying. Because it's not even getting down into here. I've only got these two methods, in which case it's outside of these methods, and it's somewhere else that it's creating a problem. Is it product header value with the spaces? Might be. Might be. I don't think it is, but it certainly could be. It didn't attach. Not only did it not attach, it didn't kill it and restart it. So the rebuild should deploy, and now if I restart the app, it should try to attach. Step through directly from the debugger launch. Yeah. Step out of that. Yep. Okay, so there's the connection manager starting up. Set the plugin. Start async connecting. Okay, good. So don't think we want to do that anymore. Because this await with the start, at the end of start, here it is. It does an await run, right? It never hits this because the run is actually a loop here. So we're in that loop. So there, it just arrived. Okay. It never came into there. So it fired on will appear. There it is. And it never gets to the issue task. So maybe we need something like that. Okay, I'm missing comments here in chat. Okay. Folks don't buy the anti-Microsoft FUD or all this node FUD. FUD is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. They are both delightful environments with strengths and weaknesses. Yes, they are. All right, that's the right one that I want to be in. Continue. Don't care about that one. So now if I click into this, that appears. Now I'm in. So there's my two tasks. It should await and then drop into that title. There we go. All right, all right. Woo! All right, it works. It's a little bit hard to read, but it works. Okay. And look at that. Got some cheers in there. Thank you, Moz, for all the emotes, but none of the things lit up. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Oh, what's the clip? Oh, you got me dancing. Tweet that out. Go for it. I will throw some retweets on that. You were the Yaya guy for Halloween. Thank you, Robert Tables and Carrie, for those bits. I'm going to drop them into our... let's do this. And I'm going to put them right up top here with this. No, fine. Oh, let me test the button. Let me test actually pushing the button. Right? So there's this. And when I push the button, it should navigate to that GitHub repository. There it is. Well, it's just going to open GitHub for me right now. Okay. Fantastic. So let's do this. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling so good about this. Let's paste those in. Oh, I bought a better cheer, 300. And today is February 10, 2019. See, I can't do the... Let me copy that. Very cool. Drop the bits for bytes into the 1000 Stream Deck processes. Yeah, right? Amen on that one. We did the thing. Still not using... Well, so I couldn't... Right, if I do that here... Well, it's not in Visual Studio 2019. I don't have it over there. We need a wow sound clip. But I've already got...
Wow.
Right? Yes, it can be in a comment block. Yep. We're okay there, I think. It'll parse that out appropriately. Hey, Volhoy 1998, welcome. So what I want to do, not just open that, I should put on the end here, slash, and then, no, like that. And now it'll appropriately open the project. So looking down a little bit more here, right, and this, right, we created this little GitHub button here. If I line it on the bottom, that's okay. It's hard to read that font over the GitHub logo. We might need to fix that. Okay, we'll figure that out. For this, what else do I need to do? I need to be able to select the project and key it. A Wowie clip. No Ferris Bueller sound. Drop me some YouTube. Give me some links as to what you're thinking. The problem with that sound, Hugo, is that is extremely copyrighted and will get me muted by Twitch. So I need to be careful with those types of things. Yeah, music. So okay, this for the GitHub logo, keep in mind that it'll be lit up on an LCD. Might be kind of distracting for a real Stream Deck device. No, on the real Stream Deck device, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Do you mean
Bueller?
There it is on the real device.
Bueller?
It's hard to see because it's got the light right there.
Bueller?
And it reflects. But it's there. And it's not...
Bueller?
Oh, okay already.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
I know, right? Dance monkey. I don't... No. Not that one. I'm not going to press that button yet. That's a good button. I'm waiting to press that button. Okay. So I want to be able to select from the property inspector. I want to be able to pass in the name of that. So instead of, right, this says starting number. I want to change that label. Instead of this, change that. GitHub project. Let's have this say GitHub project organization / repository. So you kind of know what the format is. Type is not a number. Type is going to be it's going to be text. Input mode is not numeric. There is no pattern. Okay, on change, send value to plugin, target value. I'm not going to call it starting number. I'm going to call it GitHub repository. Okay. So that should send that value to me inside the plugin. Oh, I'm feeling good about this. I'm feeling good. Not on will disappear. Not on property inspector disconnected. But on message received. Okay. You have the 0.0 from Animal House. Yes, I do.
Mr. Blutowski. 0.0.
Yeah. How about the Wilhelm scream for build failures? It's there. That's easy to wire up. Currently have 123 viewers, kind of nuts, and we're all chatting about language preferences. That's okay. Since the Elgato can run JavaScript, can it run WASM.js and Blazor? Haven't figured that out yet, the nerd. Haven't figured out. Nobody died. Can I make a dictionary of span of strings? Does span work in VB? I don't know if it does. I haven't been keeping up with VB. I need to talk to my friend Kathleen Dollard about that. Morzel, do you know what is that tool which shows the pressed keyboard shortcuts? That is called Karnak. There it is. And there's a link to it on my live stream repository. So, yeah, that's Karnak. And that's just sitting here running in the background. All right, so on property message received, instead of receiving starting number, I'm going to receive GitHub repository, get payload value as a string. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cheat. Since this is a static string, it should just remember it. So I'm going to make this that. Set title async. No, I'm not setting the title, but I need to reload when that value changes. So here's what I think I need to do, and tell me if I'm wrong here. I'm going to move this out and put this into a separate method. And I'm going to call this set GitHub project. No, set GitHub titles. Yeah, I think that's good enough. And eventually we'll need to put a timer on that. So instead of this, I'm going to await set GitHub titles. And that should do the thing. Right? What? I need to give it some arguments. What are the payload arguments we need to send in there? Args. Where's args being used? Rats. Oh, wait. I have the context. Right? It's args.context. Do I have a context here? I do. Chat disappeared. Chat disappeared again. That happens every now and again with Streamlabs. It's not Twitch. It's Streamlabs. Lannon, thank you so much for those cheers. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 bits. Oh my gosh. I'll get it in here. Thank you so much for that kind cheer. And who subbed? Lee, thanks so much for bringing your Twitch Prime here. That is phenomenal. Thank you. Thank you. I do have 2 vertical monitors. Yes. Capital L for Lannon BR. I can do that. And I misspelt February. Oops. Yep, I did miss February. Got it. You said a nice thing about chat and broke it. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't. Let's see if we can finish this off real quick here. So that's the context being passed in. I don't think I need to pass all of args here. I think I can get away with just the Stream Deck context. Let's call it that. Right, and then pass that. So then when this fires, call args.context, and then down here, args context. How are we doing? Streamlabs reloaded my widgets. That's what happened. I just got a text message from them. Tweet message from them. Let's see if that helps. Ooh, those comments are good company, says Mike Jolly. And that didn't pop up either. The Michael Jolly. Let's put some capitals in there. appropriately. Nope. Still doesn't work. I just had a few folks cheer, and the alerts neither the alerts nor the event list updated. Nope. And thank you, Auth0 Bobby. No, they did not. Clear the cache and such. I'm sure. I'll clear and refresh here in OBS. Where is it? Alert box. No. And actually, so I have them set to stop and restart when I change scenes. Nothing. Who is pair programming with me next? Thursday, it's going to be David Fowler will be joining us. Thanks for joining us, Gumshoe Noir, and we're going to do a code review on the .NET Standard Library. That will be a lot of fun, getting that feedback from him and seeing how this works. So let's restart one more time, and I should be able to change, well, unless it works. What am I missing here? If this... Why did I comment that out? No, I'm missing... That's fine. Yeah, that should work now. All right. I didn't uncomment enough is what I did. You want a Twitch channel of what? What do you want a Twitch channel of? Happened to talk to me Gooseman's stream yesterday? Ah. Well, that might explain a little bit. So there's the debugger attached for this one. Don't care about that one. So here I am over here. Go down into there. Look at that. Issues, PRs. Nice. If I click on that, GitHub project. So I do need to have that. That isn't lined up quite right. We're going to need to reformat that a little bit. But if I change this now to Fritz and Friends / Stream Deck Toolkit. That should have tried to do a reload of that information. Right? Down in here. Oh my gosh. James Montemagno gifting 5 subs to the community. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. And no alerts. That is tremendous. Fossils, Bored Ice Bear, Schmoly. Congratulations. And Unshaped Adrian. You've all gotten subs thanks to our friend James Montemagno. Thank you very much for that very generous set of subscriptions. And we'll make a donation to Black Girls Code. Terrific. Thank you very much. Yeah, civil discussion. Johan Nape also got a tier 1 subscription. Very cool. You've gone to a couple that just bash people. Yeah. No, don't do that. We want to make sure folks are friendly in here. And we've got a good group of moderators that really keep things going. And thank you, James, for that cheer. See, and that didn't update anywhere here. Gosh. I'm kind of frustrated with those. I'm going to make sure I get that cheer into our graffiti here on this GitHub project that we're putting together. This GitHub button. It's not updating this appropriately. I put that break in there. So Fritz and Friends / Stream Deck Toolkit. There we go. So the project is the appropriate value. So I'm going to pause right there. See if we can get down. Ooh, I hit an exception. Method or operation not implemented, and it's not showing me what it is that's coming into this. So if I go into this exception, repos Fritz and Fritz / issues was not found. Fritz and, oh, I put the wrong repository name. That's why. That's why. Biddy War. There we go. Let me fire another one in here for our friend James. Very, very cool. So close to number 1. Let's make this happen again. So our friend, where'd he go? Off-Zero Bobby is going to be joining us for a pair programming session very, very soon. So yeah, Fritz, I put the wrong title in there. So we need, all right, so there's one thing. We need to be able to error handle when the repository that's keyed in isn't a real repository. Earl, oh yeah, we need to put a shout out for Mr. James Montemagno. Make sure you check out his channel. There you go. Let's attach to this. Don't need that one. There we go. Bazinga. You want the code? You're going to send so many PRs? Absolutely. This is Stream Deck Toolkit. This is the toolkit that we're building. I haven't published this project yet. So this is where we're working. And if I click down into here, there we go. And then I should be able... Right, so there's the issues and the PRs. So if I change this to Fritz and Friends / Stream Deck Toolkit, tab off of that. So the project it's going to is Fritz and Friends Stream Deck Toolkit. Good. Go. So now it's got an issue count and a PR count. Fantastic. And there it is. It updated appropriately. Fantastic. What did Robert Table say? What? You can deposit them over your own on the other stream. There you go. So that's working appropriately. We need to put some error handling around it. We need to put some... I think we need to work on how this appears. It's not quite right there. It looks a little funny. I think we need to package this up a little bit. I need to fix this label. But for the most part, for just getting it working, it works. And what can I say? That makes me really happy.
Because now I'm in control.
And it makes me feel good to be able to see that kind of thing. I feel like maybe I need a title there or to have a custom logo. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Minimum viable. This does what I need it to do. And that's what I'm looking for. I just like knowing that your bits are going to Black Girl's Coat. Yes, absolutely. Was there another cheer from Michael Jolly there that I missed? Oh my gosh, another 400 from Michael Jolly. Thank you so much. Wow. That is phenomenal. Yeah. And have you written 2D, 3D with C#? No, I have not. Your MVP is not a skateboard, it's a wheel. Absolutely, but this works. This does what I need it to do right now. So here's what I'm going to do just so that I get this out there and running. I'm going to create a new repository, and I'm going to call this Fritz GitHub. What do we call this? GitHub action. A simple action for... No, simple is always terrible to put like that. An action for the Elgato Stream Deck to show GitHub project issues and PR status. All right, this is public. Initialize it with a README. Sure. We want a Visual Studio. Git ignore, and we're going to make this MIT. I make everything MIT. I'm not going to wire up the other apps yet. Closing in on 5,300 followers. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Fantastic. Let's clone this. Yep. And back into my PowerShell over here. Go up one, git init here. And then I'm going to git remote add origin. That git pull origin master. Fantastic. And let's add the source. And this is going to be first commit MVP of the action. Because it works. It does its thing now. I will... I've got such a long password for that, I always mess up keying it in properly. Looks good. Git push origin master. Fantastic. I think background color of Octocat to match build status. Hugo, that's a cool idea. I like that idea. Background color of button to match build status. That's really cool. I like that. That's an enhancement. I'm going to mark it as help wanted. It's not necessarily a good first issue, but that's really cool. Maybe one for Azure DevOps. Oh, James. You are square in my wheelhouse here. This is something that I think... so we have our toolkit over here in the Fritz and Friends repository. I think there's a handful of things here that I think are really cool for us to build, and they're going to fit together under this Stream Deck dashboard repository, where I'd like to have a collection of plugins that are great for developers to use, so their Stream Deck becomes their auxiliary dashboard they can interact with and trigger things really, really nicely. You love it. Oh, wait till you see this, James. Wait till you see this. Are you ready for this? I hope you're ready. Sit right back. I have this here. So this is a unit test button that will trigger unit tests, and I need to finish tricking it out. We hadn't finished building the property inspector yet, but I wanted to do something a little bit simpler with the property inspector, and that's why I built... Oh, that's so cool. This little thing to do GitHub projects. Now, because I put the values there into a static, if I put another button over here, it's going to put the exact same project information there. And it's not painting the right value here yet as well. It's not quite there. So if I change this to C# Fritz, Fritz Stream Tools, it's going to be the same for all the buttons. Actually, it only changed the one button. Look at that. And if I go up and come back in, see, they both have the same value. One isn't different from the other because it's a static. So we're not quite there yet. So it'll work when the beta is released. You're right, Carrie. You're right. Because in working here on the Stream Deck toolkit, for those of you who didn't hear earlier, we found a bug. Carrie actually helped find a bug where set settings, where we persist the settings, almost like a cookie, for each one of these buttons, it doesn't quite work properly. So we've reported that. I'm going to record those 100 bits there from our friend James. Thanks so much. And we need to make sure that these are kept appropriately in state for each button. And we're not quite there correctly. Who on earth would want to keep their settings? I know, right? So what we need to do, and it's a little bit more work, it exercises more features, but this button here will need to be able to do some more things to make that working. and to be able to interact appropriately. It needs to remember the project that you've selected and where it is on disk and build and behave appropriately. But I like your idea, James, of adding capabilities to monitor DevOps and light up appropriately, whether a release has been done or the status as a button, or to be able to touch that button and jump to the Azure DevOps dashboard. Oh my gosh. Tons of features there I can think of and that we would want to do. But the toolkit needs to mature to handle some of those things. And we need to make sure we behave appropriately on that interaction. Folks, come on, Stream Deck is stateless, literally. Exactly. Elgato just replied to my tweet of your dance. No! Hang on. Yeah! Oh, that's great. I'm going to open this up. Celebrating with the dance. Let's show this, what I did earlier. Come on. Hello? It's still loading. Is it that big? I think this is a cool... If someone rejects your PR, can it trigger the troll face on the plugin? Sure. We could do something like that. Yeah, that was fun. All right. I think we've hit a good stopping place for today. Let's wrap things up here. So we built a little plugin here for this GitHub. Write a GitHub button. Let's commit this. And push that. Yes. So we've got this GitHub button now that will show us the state of our project. That'll show us for one and only one project right now, but it'll show us the current state of PRs and issues on that project. And we can actually specify the project name here, but it's static. We need to fix that. But if you're interested in helping out, you can go out there, submit a pull request, check into it. But we've identified a couple of issues that we do need to address in our template and in our library so that we can grow this and better handle the interactions in the future. So I think we'll get back to that next time on Tuesday, and we'll be on Tuesday evening so that we can support some of those folks that want to watch in the evenings in a time that's more appropriate for Pacific time and for our friends in East Asia and in Australia. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us. This has been great. We had a great stream today. A lot of great activity. And don't forget, we gave away a Stream Deck today. We're also going to give away, in the month ahead from our friends at Progress, we're going to give away a trip for somebody to go to Build 2019 and pair program with me live at Build. It's going to be tremendous. So let's see. Who do we have out there? Friends that we might be able to raid. Ozzy's in intensive care. Oh, no. Oh, that's terrible to hear. Yes, everybody have a great rest of your weekend. Is there anybody out there streaming we can jump into? I don't want to just end. I don't want to end. I want to raid someone. Who can we raid? Is Node Botanist going? They're always good for a raid here on Sunday. Node Botanist. Are they live? Code Enjoy? We can go to Code Enjoy. Sure. Are they streaming right now? Code Enjoy. Yes, they are live. Solving code puzzles. Ugh. Oh my gosh. All right, let's do that. We're going to run over and we'll raid Code Enjoy. Fantastic. Let's let them know. Incoming raid. Get your bots ready. We'll jump over there. And I will kick off the raid here. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining. It was terrific. Like I said, Tuesday night, I'll see you. Wednesday, I'll be live from Twitch Studios in New York City. And Thursday, we'll be back with our guest, David Fowler. And we're going to do a code review live. And I told him, be as brutal as you need to be. I'll see you then. Tuesday.